So when error occur, how we can handle the integrations. So first we will handle the global range. I think last class I explained, right? What is the purpose of global and scope? Hmm? So global means across the integration. Um, okay, so this is the default handler error. Default error I have explained. So if you are not handling the error, this error message will come. So end user will not know where the error occurred. Huh? If you handle the error, then what will happen? It will give the some informative message. Huh? To handle the errors, we have this many options are there. First, we'll go with the global. So first, we'll go with the global. Global means by default integration. We have a global. By default integration will have a global option. By default integration will have a global option. Global option will create. Global option create. By default integration. Hmm? By default integration will have a global option create. Okay. So if you look at this one, so this integration, how to see the global fault handler. If you look at this one, I think we need to deactivate. So we need to deactivate to see the global option. Deactivate. So if I put the cursor, you will see the global. So by default, every integration, this option will be available. So by default, every integration, this option will be available. Not this one. So deactivate this one. Okay. So by default, every integration, this global handler available. So now what we are going to do, whenever error occurred, so we are going to send the error notification to the respective stakeholders. Hmm? So for that we have created the lookup, right? So lookup we are going to use the emails. Basically. Hmm? So I think we have discussed in the one of the class how to call the lookups here, right? Same thing, but error information we are going to send here. Hmm? So now what we will do, so click on notification. So how to open this global clear analysis, or do you want to show once again how to open this global fault handler?
So these two will be automatically available, or do we need to create?
This will be created by default, yes. Right.
Okay.
So now whenever the error occurred, then global fault will be execute and will send the notification. So we are going to send the notification whenever error occurred from the integration. Okay. So this two by default it will come. How to open this window? So it is simple. So you can go here. So click on this icon. Click on this icon. It will be open. So now what we will do? We are going to Click on notification. Click on notification. Click on notification.
So it will be one for one integration.
Yeah, it will be one for only one integration. Yeah, correct. Correct. So global will be only one, but scope we can handle multiple. Scope we can handle multiple. That is our next example. Hmm. Yeah. What are it? Two email ID. Two email ID functions. And on the lookup value. Property name. So now what we will do? Is the two email ID. Like this one. So here what I need to mention source value placeholder. So you mention this one. So from the common lookup, if the property name is to email, then the corresponding to email related value will be referred here in this to node. Once again, I will tell you from the common lookup, property name is to email. Property name is a column name. In the column name, there is a data called to email. So for the to email, whichever the value is there, that value will be referred here. So that is called to from email ID. From email ID, it's the same. Okay. Property name from email. Subject. So concatenation. So you can mention error occurred with this file. If you want to dynamically, the file name should be error occurred with this integration. So the integration name you can display at runtime. Understand, right? So from to email ID, from email ID subject. Okay, in the body, so we are going to display error code, error region, all these things, error code, error region, everything. Okay, HTTP error out, it came into the global. So this is the body we are going to use. Copy this one. So this is the same HTML format which I used for the success and error notification. So exception handling also I'm using the same content, same HTML logic. Hmm? So error code and error region we are using. And we have passed the two parameters, right? So how you know this HTML body contain two parameters? So this curly braces indicates two parameters we are passing. And when you are passing the two parameters in the curly braces, so we need to supply the value, right? We need to send the data right here. So how to send the data? So we need to register these two names in the parameter section. How to register? With this code controls. So the name of the curly braces should be matched in the parameter list. Code and data. So what is the data? Like this. Hmm? So click on plus the region. Save the changes. Hmm? Okay. So let's run the integration now. Let's run the integration. Let's run the integration. So to get the error, we need to have some. So to get the error, we need to have some logic, right? So what we will do? So we will reset the password of HCM. Sorry, HCM code. Do not. Do not 30 working or not? Hmm? Oh, do not 30 working or not? Security console. Do not. Reset password. So why we are doing like this? Means anyone can tell answer? Why we are doing error? Because so we have given the dev.30 user have a correct password, right? So if we give the wrong password, error will come, right? That is the reason we are doing this one. Okay. New password will come. Now what we will do? We will run the integration. So I have changed the password. So when you change the password, so error will come, right? Why? Because in the integration connection level, so we have used old password, right? Hmm? So but we have resetted the password just to see the errors. Hmm? Understand or not? So why I have reset the password? Understand or not? Hmm. Hmm. Wait. Hmm. Run. Run the integration. So now what will happen? So here it is coming error. So other actions fail to execute. Other actions fail to execute. So now where to check the screen symbols? So the screen symbols where to check? So this is called execution. So this dot is no dot means it's not executed. So this green lines indicates executed. So what it is telling? Fault rethrown successfully by rethrow fault. Here if you in so if you want to see the global fault handler, you can verify. Understand or not? So whenever error occurred, so what will happen? Integration will fail to execute other actions, and it is going to send the appropriate notification to the respective stakeholders. So that is called global handler. So when the global will execute, guys, when the global will execute, let's see. So when the global will execute, guys. So if you are, this is called main flow, right? So we can handle this main flow for each and every action also. That is called scope. So if you are not handled or unhandled from the main flow, that will be taken care by global. So if you handle, that is good. If you handle, that is good. If you are not handled, it will go to the global.
Vamsi, can you repeat one more time for scope?
One more time.
For scope.
Scope means, for example, if you are handling here for every action, if you are handling, then global will not execute. So every action from the integration to handle, that time it will go to the scope. If you are not handled, that means unhandled. That time it will go to the global. If you are handling the scope, that is good. It will not go to the global. Understand or not? Hmm? So you will ask question why it is already global is there, why we have to handle the scope, right? Scope means particular action, right? Here it is only single place, right? It is only single place. So I want to handle only this logic. I want to handle only this logic. I want to handle only this logic. So those kind of things will be there in the scope. That is the advantage of the scope. And if you want to verify the email, so you can see the HDA error, it came into the global PFP details, error code, and error region. So that is expected error, right? So so this instance invalid security, because wantedly we have changed the password, right? So to see the errors only. 3 minutes ago we got. Understand, right? Okay, so let's handle the scope so that you will get the clarity. Okay. So deactivate that. Deactivate. So to handle the scope, what you will do here, so click on plus, just type like this. Scope. Click on plus here, type the scope. So you can mention any name. Names. Just any name. This name can be any name. So now whatever the actions are there, right? So whatever the actions are there, we will keep in the scope. Hmm? Whatever the actions are there, we'll keep in the scope. Hmm? Next. This one will look, you can cut complete. There the changes. Hmm? So now we have put all our logic in the scope. So how to handle in the scope? Here there is an option called in the scope. We have a action called default handler. So what will happen if you click the default handler in the below, it will create one more activity like this. That means whenever error occurred here, so it will come here. Same like we have defined, right? So same like we have defined our logic to send the notification, we have defined it. So likewise, we can write our own logic here. But here in the global, whatever the logic it is there, so that logic given by Oracle. And we are on top of that, we are adding. So like that, we can create any number of scopes and we can write our custom logic. That is the purpose of scope. So when the integration have a global handle and scope handle, so the first precedence will be a scope. In integration, we handle global is there and scope is there. So that is the reason I'm telling you. When you are not handled or unhandled from the main flow, that will be taken care by global. So in integration, we have handled right. So handle means scope. We have put the scope means that is means handled. That means it will not go to the global. It will come to the this one. Understand, Mohan?
Yes, Vamsi.
So now what we are doing, so instead of sending the notification, so I see normally in the real time, what will happen is uh, to see the error information permanently. To see the error information permanently, normally if you want to see the errors, so they need to search the email and something, right? So they want to see the error information to store into backend table. I want to store the error information in the backend table. So backend only option is what? ATP database. So ATP database is the cloud database, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to create one custom table or staging table to store the error information. So first we will create the table in the ATP. That ATP table we are going to write the logic to store into error information store into a table. Understand, right? So uh, first we will create the table. First we will create the table. So one table, there are info. In table name, any name you can do. Info 7 section, application, 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 steps ID. Error code, error description, integration name, and instance ID. Instance ID. Maybe error creation, error date, something. Error date. Error date. Date is the data type. Like this. Error description, integration name, instance ID, error date. Run this one. So table created. Table created. So now you tell me guys how to write the logic to insert the data. Anyone can tell? So we already discussed right, how to insert the data to the table from the integration. We discussed or not?
By payload using JSON code.
But already, see, already data available, right? Why we have to use the payload? See, already, if you look at the global,
Yes.
see, already if you look at this one, so already Oracle giving the error information, right? So why we require the payload? So that example just for getting the payload data and store into table. So, but this information, error information already Oracle is giving, right? So we don't require the payload information. Okay. So
Using ATP
Okay.
connection.
yeah, just we need to use that connection. That's it. So we already created the ATP connection, right? We already created ATP connection, right? So now what we will do? So click on plus. Oh, what is the it's, this name can be any name. So what we will do? Perform an operation. Insert. Perform an operation in table, insert or update. Okay. One or more tables important and not important. Okay. మనకి లేదా when you're inserting the data to the table, so it is expecting the primary key value. That is the reason I added the primary key value. Okay. We can't continue. We don't need to do any parent and child. Continue. So now what will you do guys here in the mapper? In the mapper, what will you do? So this is the column names, right? So this is the column names. So where to get this column data? Where to get this column data? Anyone can tell? So this column data we can get from the integration. Error code, error description, description, integration name, integration name, integration name, instance ID, instance ID. So you want to know to whom this integration has executed. So invoke by that also you can mention. I have not added the column name, so you can add. But error date, how to handle? Error date is the sys date, right? So this will take the start time. Let's do this one. Start time we'll see. Like that. Now start time will not work out, right? Start time. Okay. So let's verify now. So let's verify the toggle function. Date, very target node, date target node. So date functions are there, right? Date functions are there, right? Current date and time we can use. The current date we can use. Current date is the system date. Like this. So this is the Oracle given the standard functions. It will print the system date or current date. The following date is. So if you are handling the exceptions in the main flow, this is called main flow. So now you handle the global also, right? So unhandled exceptions will be taken care by global. So your handling means so it will taken care by fault. This scope fault handler. Okay. Save this one. Save this one. Now run the active. Run this. So what will happen guys? So here it will come error. So that is expected only. And then if you observe here guys, if you observe now, so this green mark indicates what? So this logic has been executed. So if dot dot dots are there, right? So that means this logic not executed. Understand or not? So global will be executed or not? Hmm? Global has executed or not?
No.
If you see the global, so global not executed. See that dot 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 symbol indicates global not executed. And the main thing you have to check is what? The table error information stored or not. Hmm? Check the error information stored or not. Like this. So this is error code, error description, integration name, 17.3.25 the error rate, and instance ID. Hmm? So in the previous version of the Gen 2, instance ID was number guys. Someone will ask you in interview questions. So what is the difference between the Gen 2 and Gen 3? So you say that Gen 2 instance ID was number. So here they change the alphanumeric. Here they change to alphanumeric. Understand or not? So like that, see now wantedly we have put the error here, right? So in integration, wherever error occurred, unexpected error will come. So the information will be stored into here. So based on the dates, they will search. So when the error occurred, so what is the error information? So what is the integration name? So based on that, they are going to send to the respective uh, team to resolve that issue. Resolve that issue. So that is the way it will happen. But if you observe here, guys, if you observe here, if you observe here, so client will say that. So whenever error occurred, so other actions not executing, right? But what about other scope? For example, I have other scope either here. So that logic should execute or not. Hmm? For example, this is one logic. So maybe in integration we have other logic also there. Something other logic is there, but that logic is outside of the scope. So inside of the scope anyway, this is failed. But outside of the scope, if I put another logic, so that logic will execute or not.
I think no.
Hmm? So what is your understanding on that.
With what H2?
Other scope I'm asking, not in
Okay.
inside the scope. You think on the PL SQL side and Java side.
Yeah. Okay. If it is out of the scope, it will it will execute parallelly, right?
Yes, correct. Okay, so that information we can see means that that explanation I will do on. So, but client say that other scope also I don't want to execute. So that information I will tell you tomorrow. And there is two more flavors are there: rethrow and throw activities. Very very important, guys. Rethrow and throw activity. So that I will explain tomorrow. With that, this HDL integration will be complete. Tomorrow will sorry day after tomorrow will start the BDI. BDI integration will start. Thank you guys. Take care.